This week has been marked by the European Council and the Euro Summit meeting once again, after a first round of discussions on the 23rd of October to solve the sovereign debt crisis in Europe. On Wednesday evening, after multiple contacts with European leaders, Commission President José Manuel Barroso attended the summits of the heads of state and government, first of the European Union and then of the euro area. After many hours of negotiations, the leaders agreed on a comprehensive set of measures to bring Greece's debt back down to sustainable levels, restore confidence in Europe's banks, and to prevent the crisis spreading to the economies of other euro areas like Italy or Spain. On Greece, an agreement was reached with representatives of private sector holders of Greek bonds, which would see them voluntarily accepting a 50% loss, a move that opens the way to a new financial assistance programme to be concluded by the end of the year. The summit also agreed on measures to recapitalise European banks and amplify the resources of the European Financial Stability Facility, leveraging the funds available to up to around €1 trillion. This will create a more effective firewall to protect other vulnerable economies. Finally, leaders agreed to further strengthen economic and fiscal coordination and surveillance, as called for by the European Commission.
Next week, we will be able to show our partners in the G20 that Europe is able to do that. An agreement to conclude measures to restore confidence in the European banking sector, ensuring the adequate firewalls, accelerating our ambitious agenda for growth, and further strengthening economic surveillance and coordination to show our partners, and of course our citizens, that we are ready to complete our monetary union with a true economic union.
Talking to journalists at 4 o'clock in the morning, President Barroso warmly welcomed the deal.
It went well.
Are you satisfied?
It was a comprehensive approach, so all the points there. It was, I think, that better than what most people were expecting.
Just a few hours later, President Barroso travelled to Strasbourg to address the European Parliament plenary session and outline the contours of the previous night's package. The President said the deal showed the European Union could unite in the most difficult of times. He expressed satisfaction at Italy's commitment to further structural reforms, while emphasising the need to implement them promptly and in full, and announced that the Commission would present proposals in November for reinforced economic governance. President Barroso repeated his call for a true economic union to complement Europe's monetary union, including, if needed, through treaty change, while ensuring the unity of all member states.
Today, Europe is closer to resolving its economic and financial crisis and to getting back on a path to growth. Euro Summit took solid and substantial steps that should enable Europe to turn a corner. So I believe we are now in circumstances where the governments are understanding that if they really want to keep financial stability and to stick to a common currency, more discipline, more integration, more convergence is needed. We state clearly, and you remember that was also our proposal in the Commission, in our roadmap, that banks should first use private sources of capital, including through restructuring and conversion of debt to equity instruments, and then we have added, banks should be subject to constraints regarding the distributions of dividends and bonus payments until the target has been attained. And yesterday in the European Council, I said to the European heads of state and government that the Commission is ready to put forward a regulation if they really want to be sure that the banks will respect this orientation.